Hello friends, in this video we are gonna learn about the format method used on strings in order to insert specific elements at certain positions of a string without using the plus operator. So let's see what this format method actually does. Format is one of the string formatting methods in Python which allows multiple substitutions and value formatting. This method lets us concatenate elements within a string through positional formatting. The format method takes the passed arguments, formats them and places them in the string where the placeholders are. So these placeholders are denoted by curly braces. In case of format method, there is no need to typecast even if the passed arguments are of different data types. So let's see in action what we mean by these 3 points. Okay, let's have a variable str1 Python is a space, another variable str2 scripting another variable str3 language. We have another variable str4 and SQL is a space we have a variable which will hold the value query and we have the last variable str6 which have which has the value language space language. Let there also be a space here as well. Okay, so to construct the entire string, Python is a scripting language and SQL is a query language. We have to concatenate all these strings using the plus operator like this. Result equal to str1 plus str2 plus str3 plus str4 plus 5 plus 6, right? And if we print the result, we get the desired output. Okay, but to get this entire string we have to concatenate this many variables. We had to concatenate 6 different variables with the plus operator. So is there a better way to do this? Yes, there is. That's where the format method comes into picture. So let's see how we can achieve this much easily using the format method. We will take only one string, that is str1, and that will contain this Python is a and SQL. Okay, and there should be a space between here which I have missed here, so I am including a space in the string between language and SQL is a curly braces. Okay, these curly braces are called placeholders. We can replace these curly braces or these placeholders using specific elements that we want to insert in this position. Let's see how we do that. Now let's take this variable result and use str1 dot format query, or let's take two other variables, str2 equal scripting and str3 equal to query. All right, okay, now we pass these two variables str2 and str3 inside the format method, and after formatting we store the output in the result variable. Okay, now let's print the result variable. Sorry, and let's see what happens. Okay, we get the same string as desired but with much less effort. Here we had to use 1 2 3 4 5, total 5 plus operator, that is we had to use concatenation 5 times, but here without using concatenation at all we are getting the same string, and that is by using the format method. Now what format method actually does, it takes the two variables str2 and str3 and replaces this curly braces in the str1 string with these two variables, and the replacement will also happen in the same order in which we have passed the variable inside the format method. So as the first variable that is passed is str2, that is why the first curly braces is replaced by str2, and as the second variable that is passed is str3, that is why the second curly braces has been replaced by str3. Now let's try to change the order of the variable in which they are passed inside the format method. Now again try to store the output in the variable result, but now the order of in which the variables are passed inside the format method will be reversed. str1 dot format str3 comma str2. Now can you guess friends what will happen with this? Okay, can you guess what will happen with this? Shall we again get the same string? That is, Python is a scripting language or SQL is a query language, or the output string will be somewhat changed. Let's see that. We get the output string somewhat different from the previous output string. Now what is printed? Python is a query language and SQL is a scripting language. Why this happened? Because here we changed the order in which the variables are passed inside the format method. Again, the first curly braces is replaced by the first variable which is passed inside the method, and the second curly braces is replaced by the second variable, that is str2, which was passed inside the format method or format function. So that's why the first curly brace was replaced by the string query that was contained by str3, and the second curly brace was replaced by the string scripting which was contained by str2. Clear? Okay, so far we have seen that the first placeholder is replaced by the first argument and the second placeholder is replaced by the second argument. Now if we want to change this default behavior, there is a way to do so. In such cases we have to specify index numbers inside the placeholders. Suppose if we want that our first placeholder will be replaced by the second variable, that is the argument at index 1. Then we have to specify 1 inside the first placeholder, and if we want our second placeholder to be replaced by the first variable, that is the variable at index 0, then we have to specify 0 inside the second placeholder. So let's see that in action. Let's copy that and let's specify 1 here and let's specify 0 here. So the second placeholder will be replaced by the argument at index 0, which is str2, and the first placeholder will be replaced by the argument at index 1, that is the variable str3. Okay, let's run this and we get the output. Python is a query language and SQL is a scripting language. Okay, let's understand this with another example. We take this variable, I have books, pens, pencils, and we have some other variables like, or let's give it the name sentence. That will be a very meaningful name. And books equal to 20, pens equal to 3, pencils equal to 4. Now let's try to format the sentence. Sentence dot format books, not books, with pencils, pens. Okay, so from the variable names you can easily understand that we want the first placeholder to be replaced by the variable books, the second placeholder to be replaced by pens, and the third placeholder to be replaced by the argument pencils. Now, what is the index of the variable pens or the argument pens? It is at the third position, right? As we all know that index starts from 0. So what will be the index of this variable or this argument? The index of this argument will be 2. So we should place 2 here. Similarly, the index of the argument books will be 1 and we should place 1 here. Again, the index of the argument pencils will be 0 and we should place 0 here. Now let's run the cell and we get, I have 20 books, 3 pens and 4 pencils. Or let's skip this entire string in a print statement and we'll obviously get the same result, that is I have 20 books, 3 pens and 4 pencils. So from these two examples, in this cell and this cell, we have understood how we can use index numbers inside placeholders to correctly insert our desired variables or desired values at certain positions of a string. So friends, that's it for this video. I have given you some exercise problems. Please solve all of them and you can let me know the answers of these problems in the comment section itself. If you have liked my video, please subscribe to my channel so that you get notified when I'll upload more Python and data science related videos. And please don't forget to like and share my video so that it reaches a larger audience and they also get benefited from it. Thanks a lot for watching.